Well, good evening. Here we are on a beautiful Thursday evening. I'm about to go live, and actually, we are live. Keep It 100 podcast. We are going to be interviewing a really cool person, one of my good friends down in the Caribbean, and we're going to talk a little bit about real estate. So let's see here, who we got here? Real estate baby. Who is that? We got a couple people waving. All right. We are waiting for. There's go real estate. There he is. Okay, let's put him right in here. Okay, give me 1 second, and we'll put him right in. Keep It 100 podcast, the all new podcast interview show. We are waiting for a man, real estate guru. There he is. Good evening.
Hey, how's it going, Robertson? How you doing, JL?
I'm doing, man. I'm doing great, man. How you doing?
Good, good.
All right.
You're enjoying the Caribbean.
Hey, do us a favor.
Yeah.
Make it really easy for you. Tell us who you are, what you do, where you're at, and then I'll take it from there and I'll start asking some questions to you. But let's have some fun with this, all right?
Okay. All right. Well, my name is Jose Abraham. Mexican born in Mexico City. My mother's from Veracruz. My father's from Mexico City. I was raised my whole life in the state of Michigan in the United States.
All right.
24 years old, and I'm here living in Cozumel Island. I've been living here for 3.5 years now, and I'm currently planning on moving the mainland here on the Rivera Maya, Puerto Aventuras, to come work, sell real estate. So I work with Mansions, and I'm doing real estate here in the Caribbean. It's awesome.
Okay, cool. Hey, so let me ask this question. Would you have ever thought that you'd be doing real estate in Cozumel or Riviera Maya?
Man, I have to admit, this is crazy. So I got to keep it 100, and I do recall one time, I've shared this story a few times with a few people that have asked me, and I recall just being in middle school in history class in 7th grade, and I wouldn't really pay much attention in my class because we had computers there. So I remember just going through the computer, searching places to like retire, Bora Bora type of vibe. And I thought to myself, I said, I would love to go to a place like this, visit someday. Cancun, I actually never knew Playa del Carmen existed or Cozumel, so that was a surprise for me when I got here. Yeah, that was a total surprise. But I look back and I always said, man, one day I hope I'll be able to go down there, visit some place like this, and not only just visit, but end up working, doing something major.
Yeah. I want to say hello to some people real quick. We got Renee Boy down in Playa del Carmen just joined us. We've also got let's see, Mitch. It looks like Missna. We also have a few other people. So let's start it out, man. Let's start out with let's talk about your your older projects. What were you doing before you got into real estate in Cozumel? What were you doing right before all that?
Yeah, I was selling timeshare in Cozumel at the Hotel Occidental. That's
really?
where I met. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I work there. That's fun.
Yeah.
Small
That's cool,
world.
man.
The small
Yeah.
world, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, I remember that place. I love the beach. They got a beautiful beach there.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask this question. For people that don't know anything about the Cozumel, the island of Cozumel, I should say, or Isle of Cozumel, the other side of the island, what do you think of it?
It's the best part.
Isn't it?
It's the best part. To go enjoy the beach. I mean, virgin beaches. There's really not a lot of construction. There's no power outages. So completely just virgin islands. There's a few restaurants there, but it's an amazing place. And if you have the time to actually stay there, watch the sunset come down, and wait for the moon to go up, get a little bit dark, you can really see some amazing skyline views from the stars. I mean, I actually haven't been there myself to see it in the 3 years that I've lived in Cozumel. I almost can't believe it. but I've seen some images of some photographers that go to the other side of the island to take some spectacular photos of the place.
Yeah. Hey, here's what I'll have to do. I'll have to, because again, I put my name on that island. I'll have to, when you go over there also, there are some caves that you can go into. You walk on top, and what happens is you go from the sand on top. I forgot what this stuff is called, but you walk on top and you'll see these circular holes, and you can literally walk down and climb down into the bottom of these tunnels. And it's amazing, man. 'Cause it takes you to the bottom of the beach area. But you got to watch out because it will fill up during the evening, full of water.
Yeah. That's cool.
I got pictures. I got pictures of that. I'll send them to you tonight later on.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your current project. So your current projects as is. I know I seen a video. I seen you walking into a penthouse. Beautiful place. Describe that to us. What's that listing?
So that's a brand new listing I just obtained. It's a condo penthouse. It's about 3 stories, 4-bedroom unit, fully furnished, and it's selling now right on the market for $850,000. I got an exclusive listing. That's it.
Do you know in the States or anywhere else that type of place, that type of view, 3 stories on what floor is that?
It's the 7th floor, the highest floor on the condominiums.
Oh man, that's so cool. That is so cool.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you've been in the States, you know.
Yeah. From the penthouse, you actually have like a back patio where you can see the ocean from across the other side of the island.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's that.
Whoa.
What
area is that? Because I know Cozumel very well.
Yeah, it's right next to the Marina Puerto Abrigo on the north end. It's the first condominium next to the Marina.
Oh, you know what? I used to take the yachts out of there all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, sweet, man. Sweet, yeah, right there.
That's a great location, man.
Yeah.
That is a great location. So that listing, how did you obtain? Now, I don't normally ask this question, but roughly how old are you?
I'm 24 years old. I just turned in March.
24 years old. You got an $850,000 listing penthouse that you're going to be trying to sell.
Yeah.
You got to be feeling good.
Really good. Really good. After a year of working for this company, I mean, this is a nice way to kind of close that year.
Yeah. You know, we're going to do everything in our power to help as far as make sure that there are people that are watching this, they have all your information. So if someone was trying to get a hold of you right now and they were trying to get as far as a phone number, a .com, a website, how do they get a hold of you?
They can always link with me on Instagram, Real Estate by Abe. They can send me an email by Gmail or Outlook at abraham.mayanmansions, which either email they have, they can contact me. And my cell phone number, if they're in the States, they can call me by dialing +52 987 112 1705. Okay.
All right. And then we'll make sure on the bottom of when we actually do a YouTube, when we put it on YouTube, we'll upload it to YouTube, and we'll upload this to Facebook also, and then it'll be on Instagram. But we'll have a phone number on the bottom there with your email and all that kind of stuff for you. All right.
Sweet.
Moving along. Let me ask this. Okay, so you're 24. You like, what's the most expensive listing that you've had before this one?
All right, that's a good question.
Full of those.
Man, I don't recall the exact time, but within the first 3 months that I started working with this company, Mayan Mansions, and I started doing real estate in Cozumel, within my first 3 months, I had brought in a value of $2 billion worth of portfolio properties all over the Rivera Maya, including a hotel for $41 million that I just got a hit on last night. My boss from Mayan Mansions called my mentor, and I happened to be there on the first day that I came to visit Puerto Aventura. We were just having dinner, and call comes through, and she says, "Hey, tell Abraham, congratulations. We just got a client for his $41 million property in Cozumel."
$41 million property?
Yeah.
Holy cow. Oh, oh.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
even gonna ask. I'm not even gonna ask what the commission is on that. All right, but I know who's buying. I know who's buying drinks when I come down.
Hey, you know it, man. You know it.
So let me ask this question: how did you feel when that? I mean, what was the feeling when that call came through and you're sitting with your mentor? And what was that like?
Man, it was just fulfilling. It was so fulfilling. Just acknowledge the support that I've been having from the company, from friends, from family, and just considering everyone in that moment to say, you know, I didn't know how long it would take for something to spring from this, but I knew that if I started and I worked hard and I dedicated it and I kept going consistently, there's no finish line to success. I have to keep going, and when the time comes, it's just a matter of time, and
Yes.
things will start coming on their own. And when that time arrives, it's like it's kind of here, and I'm just really excited, man. I don't want to like do over excitement still,
Right.
but I really am grateful. I really am grateful, and
That's awesome.
I'm thinking it's a great change.
So let me do this. Because I think mentors are very important in any business that you're in. Your mentor is whom?
Andy Obregon. He's the sales
No.
floor manager for Mayan Mansions.
Can I tell you about Andy, which is amazing?
Yeah.
I've known Andy for a long time, man, and I know anyone that follows Andy is going to be successful. Andy has a way about himself from the time that he gets up to the time that he goes to sleep. It's all about, work hard, but when it comes to family, he always has that family time, and he's also known to take people that don't know much about him, or if they don't have family down there in the Caribbean or Mexico, whether it be Playa del Carmen, Cancun, or Cozumel. But whenever he's doing a fun day Sunday, he will invite other people that he doesn't even know, and he'll tell you to invite people, and he just makes the spread out for everybody,
Yeah, that's how Andy is. He shares love.
Yeah, I told him as soon as I get out there, we gotta have some fun. He actually just sent me a video. Actually, he was live just yesterday on the Sea-Doo testing it out. He had just picked it up from getting tuned up, so he was testing it out in the water.
Yeah, we actually went out there this morning around 7 in the morning. We went out there, out the marina here, and just started driving it around, and it was nice.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. So let's get back to you, okay? Andy's doing well.
Yeah.
He's a great guy. He's one of my best friends. He's family with us, He's actually him and another gentleman, another friend of his, who he's also been mentoring. They've kidnapped my nephew, my business partner, and they now it's like when my nephew goes to the Caribbean and Mexico, he's got kind of buddies and stuff like that now that I'll probably never get a chance to hang out with them if we're there together, because they're gonna have them on the Sea-Doos, they're gonna have them out in the Caribbean water, enjoying it, But back to you, man. So let's talk about your three favorite real estate deals. What were your three favorite?
My three favorite real estate deals?
Yeah, that closed. And it can be one that was unexpected where, it went down. You thought, the client, well, I had a real estate license. I did it for a little bit. And here in California and Las Vegas. And I also had the timeshare license and all that kind of stuff. But the one thing I'll tell you before you answer this question, you know how you're with clients. You know, you got a 30-day, sometimes you got a 60-day, or you got a 90-day,
Yeah,
and then all of that time, something could happen. They change their
yeah,
mind.
yeah,
You know,
yeah, of course, right.
yeah, we come from
Yeah,
time, we come from timeshare where we get the deal. We write that deal today, we get paid next
on
week.
that moment. This takes a little bit longer. It goes a few days. You
So
have to
tell,
have the patience.
with that being said, what were your three favorite or three most memorable real estate sales?
Okay, I'm gonna keep it real for the podcast.
Okay.
I
Oh wait,
actually haven't. Yeah.
by the way, we are uncensored, so you don't have to be shy. Okay.
All right. Cool, man. That's cool. That's cool. Well, I haven't gotten a deal yet. I actually turn out to just work on rental properties. Just put
Okay.
them on.
We froze for a minute, guys, so I'm just letting it come back. Give us a couple minutes. It'll come right back. That's usually what happens with this internet, especially down in the Caribbean. They have a different type of internet system. There you go.
Those rent.
We froze for a second. So
We
just go.
froze.
Yeah. So just
Okay.
go right into like the rentals and stuff of that nature of what you did. That's cool.
Yeah. So, I actually haven't gotten a deal, but I've been doing rentals. I've been managing properties, putting them on Airbnb, putting them
That's
on other
money.
social
That's
networks.
that's 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 money in your pocket.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it just happened to be kind of when the whole COVID-19 started. And, being in Cozumel, the team is here in Playa del Carmen. I kind of thought about it and I said, man, it's over. The no vacations. There's not going to be tourists. People aren't going to want to open up their doors to anyone that's coming out. I'm thinking it's over. And it
Yeah.
took a day or two, and I said, no, people are actually the opposite from being home, from having to be under curfew or quarantine. They're gonna look for places to hang out, rent for the weekend,
Right.
or even say,
Right.
well, if I'm gonna spend a few months here, I might as well go spend them in Cozumel. And I've had a few clients that were actually running away from the major cities like Cancun and Playa del Carmen for less populated areas. So it turned out
Yeah.
great. It turned out great. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
that's the best beaches out there, man. The best sand.
it
You
is.
realize I lived out there 10 years, and I'm gonna head back part time, but
10 years.
there's nothing like that Caribbean of Mexico, man.
It's
So let's talk
amazing here.
about the future now. Yeah, let's talk about the future. All right, so you're
All right.
24. You got this cool career. All right, you're, the whole the situation that's going on right now with the world, things are always going to get better. This is when we actually really need to practice and sharpen our knives and sharpen our tools. Uh, we need to really be focused because during down times is where the great ones are created. Okay, so you being 24, what's your future look like in the Riviera Maya with Mayan Mansion?
I'm planning on moving to Puerto Aventuras. I came over here, and he's
Okay.
convincing me to come over here and start working with the company and start taking over Puerto Aventuras. So
Okay.
I see my future coming down. I don't know. I mean, 5 years from now, I see myself just working with all kinds of developments and expanding this company, growing, doing just everything that will continue to grow, grow, grow. I'm new in
Right.
the industry, but
That's cool.
I'm
That's cool.
I'm thinking very highly of it. We have about 40 agents, and
Wow.
I gotta help Andy.
Yeah. No, you're in the right place at the right time, man. I'll tell you, you couldn't be with better people. Andy, just top notch, classy gentleman, a go getter, number one salesperson for years and everything that he touches. Him and I have that same tactic when it comes to closing. Let's close it now, and then let's go have some fun.
Yeah.
So tell me about your growing up, man. Tell me family, brothers, sisters.
I have one little sister. She's 13 years old. She's living with my parents in Michigan.
Okay.
Both of my parents are actually in Michigan, living there.
Okay. How are your
Mhm.
parents with you being in the Caribbean of Mexico?
They're happy. They've came here to visit me twice now. Once I've gotten into this real estate, they've actually considered someday coming down here and retiring to live here. They love it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, let me just give a quick little shout out to Nike Ness that was on the show just the other day. Thank you guys for joining us and hanging out. We appreciate it. Much love. Big ups. Let's give another little shout out to Renee Boy for following us, staying with us. One of our great fans, girlfriend of mine. And also, let's see what else we got here. It's like Ganfando DS. I want to say thank you for joining us also in Cozumel. So what do you think of Cozumel, the island itself? I mean, it's a big but small island. You can do whatever you want on that island. Do people? Now I know they had the restrictions where you couldn't stay out late, but before that happened, do you remember what that island was like? Because I remember being a block away in a house or 3 blocks away, walking down to the beach at 3 o'clock in the morning and no one bothers you. Was it still like that?
Yeah. Even now, and just with the curfew, before the whole curfew had started, people were still just freely anytime. Very chill island. I always say it's the perfect island to come and retire. If you're planning on retirement or like a relaxed private vacation, it's Cozumel.
Yeah, that's cool. Hey, this is a question I have for you. So I know they've changed a lot of. They had a lot. Last time I was there, they were doing a lot of construction. Have they finished all the construction on the main street?
They have a few lots that are still under construction, but the majority of it is already finished. Yes.
Okay.
The majority is already all built.
Because I know where Margaritaville it was. They were redoing that area, and there was an area there right across the street. They had a liquor and wine store where you could buy the best wines out there and chocolates and stuff like that. That was new.
Yeah.
And right across from there was one of my favorite little places. That there was a little bar place, but across from there was the main area where the Policio was at. Do they still have live entertainment there, right across from Margaritaville in that area?
I'm not sure. Not sure. Yeah.
Just kind of curious about the area, see how much it has changed.
Margaritaville, I'm not sure if they've changed it, but it's now where the cruises station.
Oh, they changed it.
So
They moved
Puerto Maya.
They moved it.
Yeah. So now it's in Puerto Maya where the cruises will actually dock, and they've I don't know if it's new, but it's like a whole another little plaza center for the cruises when they come off. And Margaritaville is right in front, looking into the cruises. It's nice.
Oh, how smart! Good marketing, huh?
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question. If you wouldn't have found real estate, okay, so you're doing, and that was very smart to go from timeshare to real estate, both being sales, and you being in timeshare. Let me ask this question before I go any further. Being in timeshare, so timeshare agent, timeshare manager, closer, what did you do? How did you
I was a liner when I started. My first position in timeshare, I was a liner for all the way up to a year and a half. I worked in timeshare for 2 years, and to say that for the last 6 months, I was starting to be given opportunities to close tables, get some closes, and do a little bit more work also with member services. And I was kind of all over the place. Where they needed me, where they needed some production, that's where I was going.
Okay, got it, got it. Now, me coming from the timeshare world, I was a master closer for a while. Also, really very good front to back and agent, and I love that business because it teaches you so much about people.
Yeah.
One of the easiest things for me, and as far as with my nephew and I, when we came up with this show idea, Keep It 100 podcast, I never even flinched when it came to doing interviews because I was so used to it with talking with couples.
Yeah.
You got 90 minutes to try and get someone to get involved in a resort, which is going to be good for them because you don't know how many people you're changing their life. There's so many people that would never vacation unless they had that product.
That's true.
It's just amazing. So we did help a lot of people. A lot of people sometimes talk bad or good about it. And I'll tell you, I never felt bad about anything I did in that business because I don't know how many times people have talked to me and said, hey, JR, you know what? If it wasn't for you or your company getting us involved in this program, we would never vacation. We would never see our kids grow up on the beach and things of that nature,
Yeah.
So you got to feel good about that.
So it's a fulfillment. Yeah.
Yeah. So question to you. I don't normally ask these questions, but you're 24. You're making some paper. You're living on the island, living the life. Girlfriend?
Yes.
Good.
I have a girlfriend.
Good.
She's from Cozumel. We've been dating for roughly 3 years since I've moved into Cozumel.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to say this, and I won't bust you out, but that's kind of serious, man. 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've actually been living together, and I'm planning on bringing her with me and working with Mayan Mansions as well, becoming an agent.
You froze for 1 second. Oh, wait a minute. You froze. Say that again.
I'm actually planning on bringing her with me to Puerto Aventuras and working with Mayan Mansions and getting her into the real estate business to
That's great,
help
man.
and grow.
That's great. I will say this, and again, I got some years on you and all that. But if you can do it, if you can find a great person, a mate, that actually believes in you and supports you, and you're on your way. As long as you're both focused to win, there's nothing like that. So however it works out for you, man. I'm happy for you, man. Especially at 24. At 24 is the last thing we're thinking about. But that's great. That's really great, man. Yeah, to know that you're doing that. Now, one more question for you. I'm gonna keep it light. What's your hobbies, man? What do you like to do on your days off? What do you like to get into?
I'm very outgoing. I like to be outside. I like to do physical activities, sports. I'm into snorkeling, swimming. I haven't been diving here yet. In the time that I've been here, I haven't been diving. Everyone is telling me you need to go diving, and that's still in the bucket list. I'll get that. I'll get to it. I'll get to that.
Cozumel's a place for diving, man.
Yeah, I know, man. And well, it's more of a tropical kind of vibe here. So everywhere you go, it's beach and just kind of hanging out, get the friends together, and just have a good time. Yeah,
that's it, man. It's such a great place. I've had some great experiences there. I can't say anything bad about the island of Cozumel. Now, when the pandemic hit, how was that working as far as the ferries, the ferry boats that take you back and forth from Cozumel to Playa del Carmen and then back? How was that working? Did they shut that down?
They ended up restricting some of the hours that the cruises, that the ferries were cruising, and they would be only 2. And one company would work one day, and then it would close the next, and the other company would open up that following day. Okay. But there would only be about 2 cruises, one in the morning time, and the last one right before curfew.
And how were they about as far as safety? What did they do? Was it like you said different rows, 4 seats behind, or?
They had people sit after one seat empty next to a person, try to have it a little bit,
Okay.
at a distance. Yeah.
Okay.
And they had some disinfecting cleaning that I had seen on
Okay.
Facebook.
Okay. Okay. They were definitely doing that. They were actually
Yeah.
paying attention to what was going on. Okay.
Yeah. That's good.
Okay. So what are the events? I don't know if you know this question or not, but when I lived over there on the island, I always knew what was coming up. Like come February, we had my so many different entertainment situations. So with the pandemic and that kind of dying down somewhat, I know more of that was in Playa del Carmen. I know Cozumel's kind of eased up a little bit. Are they starting to get the events back? Like are they going to plan Iron Man and all those different things, or what?
Yeah, actually, I do know that they're opening up most of the local businesses already. The majority of its tourism locations, like El Cielo and some other public beaches. I'm not sure of the events like Ironman or any other that may come. I'm not really sure, but they are opening up local businesses. And
Oh, good,
seems
good,
to
good. Yeah,
on
I'm trying to get out there
Turkey.
soon.
Yeah, yeah. It'll be back to normal here soon,
That's
as
good.
we
That's
hope.
good. So
Yeah.
how long? Let me ask this question. How long you been? Are you certified diver?
Certified diver?
Yeah. You said you want to
Yeah.
dive?
I would love to, but I'm not
Oh,
certified.
you're not
I've never.
certified yet. Okay. Yeah. Definitely do it, man. Definitely do
Yeah,
it. I've heard it's one of the best experiences. I free dive. Like I'll put some flippers on and a mask, and I can go
yeah.
down deep. I used to swim in like the middle of the ocean when I get on the yachts and stuff like that. And
That's
I just
cool.
I never got
Yeah.
into diving because I didn't like all the gear. Yeah. But
I
however,
could see that.
I think it's something I should try. Definitely, definitely. Last question for you, which is a very interesting question I'm going to ask. Um, I've never been to the island before. Someone comes up to you and they say, I'm new on the island. What are some things that I can do, or that you would recommend that I do? I like good food. I like to go to beaches that are where not a lot of people, but there's a couple different places. What places would you recommend?
In Cozumel, I would always recommend the other side of the island, the wild side. There's beaches like El Pescador next to Chen Rio. There's
Okay.
a sign that they have there, and sometimes we go there to take some cool pictures. It says the office, and
Oh
you're
yeah.
at the beach with a bay, so you're at the office there. Uh, San Martin is also a really nice beach. It's a little bit further,
Right.
uh, down the road. Coconuts Bar.
Oh
I'm not
yeah.
sure if you know Coconuts Bar. Yeah, yeah, you gotta go there.
Hey, did you look in the books? Did you look in
Oh
the
yeah,
book?
yeah. That was one of the first things that they told me when I got there. I remembered. I'm like, "Hey, you guys got those books still?" And they're like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah." So since then, when I was working in timeshare, I would always tell my guests, my family couples, I would say, "You guys have to go to Coconuts. When you get there, ask for the book." And man, makes some great memories there. The place is amazing. It's overlooking the ocean on the cliff.
It
You
is
can
so
see
nice.
the beaches. It's so nice there. So
Oh,
nice.
I went there. I remember the first time I went there. Um, when I was working at Occidental, and I used to like skip away. I was that guy that can get away with a lot. So I would like play like I wasn't feeling well, or can I go home early?
Yeah,
And I would go over to the restaurants and eat. But
yeah,
you just described that perfectly. Um, Coconuts is on the other side of the island. There's a part where they have ropes there. It's like you're off the cliff looking down into the water. It is amazing. The
yeah,
water is so clear. I don't know. Most of you guys know this. The Caribbean of Mexico, just like the Caribbean Sea, that's clear, beautiful water with you see all the fish. You see you see everything. Okay.
yeah. It's
And then you were just
amazing.
talking about Cielo, which is one of my favorite spots. From the beach to about 25 feet out, it's about 4 feet deep, and you can
Yeah,
stand up in the water and you can see all the starfish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, it's huge. I remember the first time my parents visited me here. I
Uh-huh.
actually went out to El Cielo with my girlfriend's parents,
Okay.
and they kind of met each other, created a bond there. And when we got to El Cielo, there was just these giant uh, starfish, like
They're
all over the
huge.
place.
They're huge.
Huge,
You look
huge.
down. You look down from the boat,
Yeah,
and that's all you see.
yeah, yeah. Man, it's just unforgettable memories there.
Wow. Wow. I know. You've had a chance to do snorkeling over there, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay. The snorkeling is amazing over there too.
it is.
I don't know if they still have that place. There's a place on the main road where they have the oh God, I can't even think of the name of it. It'll come back to me. But yeah, they have a lot of they have a lot of when you get into the water, you'll see so many different types of fish. You'll see turtles. I actually was swimming with dolphins one night. It was one of those nights where we got into a boat and
Yeah.
I don't know what we were thinking. And we jump into the water. We got the lights on and stuff like that. And here come dolphin right next to us, man, swimming and stuff like that. I mean, there's no better way of feeling when you're in an area with dolphin that are free
Yeah.
dolphin, not the regular dolphin where they have them trapped. That drives me
Right.
crazy.
Right.
I like to see them free, man. We had such a great time. We've had that. I've seen shark. I've seen all kinds of stuff, man. You know.
Sharks.
Yeah, yeah.
I haven't seen a shark yet, but man, if I see one, I'm gonna start thinking twice about going in the water.
Hey, shark don't mess with brothers, man.
Hey, that's true. That's true.
Hey, so let me get back to you. We got about 4 or 5 minutes to chit chat and catch up on you. Um, what would you, for someone that's thinking about getting into real estate and wants to do something different in their life, they decide to come to the Caribbean and they don't know that much about it, but what would you recommend to like a teenager graduating high school right now that doesn't have a purpose right now, doesn't know what they want to do? How would you talk them into getting into, or make a suggestion? What would you say to someone that's young, thinking about getting into real estate, don't know what to do? How would you relate to them? How would you communicate?
Well, I believe at my age, 24, most kids that I grew up with back in the States probably just are done graduating from college, still looking for jobs. I mean, still looking for, a career, something to really change their life and give them what they're looking for. And I can relate to that, but at the same time, I always thought and said I have to find something legit that will help me change my life for completely, where I won't have to study something for so long and then I might not end up being my passion or my career or spend money I don't have. And once I'm done, start getting a job that I'm paying off the debt that I got into
Right.
initially. But I guess all I can say is my like secondary mentor. I watched this guy's videos. He's a real estate agent for his own company. His name's Ryan Serhant.
Oh
I'm
yes,
not sure
yes,
if you've
Ryan.
heard of
Okay,
him
yeah.
in New York. Yeah, so I got his videos sent to me to learn on the real estate, to watch his videos and see the lessons that he's taught. And he's got a story of how he kind of got into real estate, not having much of a choice, never wanting to be a salesperson. I have no experience of a salesperson. My first experience as a sales person was when I got into timeshare. So that was like the first step that has now gotten me to this. But I never thought I would be into the salesperson atmosphere or community to expand and grow within. But I would just say with the whole pandemic, This is now the moment to really get out there. If you're planning on one day living somewhere, working, doing something that's big, something that you might see yourself getting to in 5 years, and kind of just saying, let's do it now and start looking into it, this is the best time, because we were just under quarantine. We were just under curfew. This could have gone for much longer time. This could have had been worse. And there are still a lot of things going on. So I think this is the moment where, I guess my best advice is, you have to really sit down and say, okay, if I'm going to do it or try to get into it, go all the way, because there could have just been a stop. There sort of was worldwide with this whole pandemic.
Right.
And there were some bad, some good, but now it's the time to really say, hey, I'm going to take what I'm doing to the next level.
I like it. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Now, as I was saying before too, you hit right on it, man. Either go both feet in or don't do it. You know.
Yeah.
Don't,
yeah. Now it's the time to say, hey, or you can stay in home, curfew and pandemic. You can keep staying there and thinking about, it's not going to work out. I'm not going to travel because it's not safe and I can't get a job, or, got to get out there now. Now it's the time where if you're living, you're breathing, wake up and look for it. Who looks for it will eventually find it. And you put in the time and effort. You have to plant seeds. You can't have the fruits before planting them. So you have to plant seeds, and it's just a matter of time.
That's it. With that being said, I want to make sure that our people that have joined us also know how to get a hold of you too, and let them know all the different places that you can actually help them with real estate within the Riviera Maya. So give them all your information, how we get a hold of you.
Okay. My name's Jose Abraham. You can find me on Facebook as Abraham Reyes, and my email is abraham.mayanmansions@gmail.com. You may feel free to give me a call, send me a message to my personal phone number, which is 987-112-1705, or go on our page, www.mayanmansions.com, and there we have telephone numbers for the U.S. and Canada and Mexico. If you would like to get a hold of me that way as well, they will pass your information and get you my contact information.
Perfect. I want to thank you, Abraham, for coming in. We'll have a part 2. Meanwhile, as soon as I get okay to fly out and do all the good stuff, man, I'll get out there. We'll hang out, you, Andy, and I, and a few other people, and my nephew. Then I'll have to get him out there. I think you guys are going to mesh really good. He's an IT specialist, guru at IT. He owns Smart Computer Concepts, LA, New York, and also Las Vegas. And then he's a co-partner with me here at Keep It 100 Podcast. That's the company that him and I own together. He is the guy that makes this thing work. Okay, so I just want to thank you for coming in, man. And we'll have a part 2. Tell Andy I said what's happening, and all the rest of the people.
I will.
And I'll hit you back up, and I'll have this information. I'll put everything on the what we upload as far as the YouTube and everything else. We'll have it uploaded for you, and I'll get it sent out to you. Okay. So you have a good night, man.
We are.
All right, man.
Thanks,
nice talking to you.
Have a good night. Nice talking to you.